You didn't hate it on day one. That's the part that makes this hard to explain to anyone who hasn't lived it. There was no betrayal. Nobody lied to you. You just woke up one Tuesday 3 years in and understood that the job paying for your entire life is the same job you cannot leave. There's a specific moment where those two things become the same sentence. You probably already passed it. Rewind. The offer was $95,000. You read it twice. You called someone. For about 6 weeks, you felt like you had solved something. And you had. 95 is a real salary. It is more than most people you graduated with. It is more than your parents made at your age, and they will remind you of this. Year one, you were grateful, and the gratitude was doing a lot of work. It covered for the parts you hadn't noticed yet. Nothing dramatic happens in year two. That's what makes it so hard to point at. Your manager isn't a villain. Your manager is just tired and forwards you things at 9 at night with the word thoughts and no other context. Your peers aren't bad people. 2 of them are great. One of them says, circle back, without irony. The work itself didn't change. You did. The thing that was interesting when you didn't know how to do it stopped being interesting once you did. Now it's a Tuesday task. Now it's a recurring meeting that has outlived 2 of the people who created it. By year 3, you have a favorite conference room. That happened without your permission? And somewhere in there, quietly, you started counting the hours instead of the days. So you do the thing everyone does. You update the resume at 11 at night, which is when all good decisions are made. And for about a week, you feel incredible. Lighter. You have a plan. Then the week ends. Not because you got discouraged, because you sat down and did arithmetic, and arithmetic does not care how you feel about your manager. Here's the math that ended it. $95,000 a year is just under $7,900 a month before anything comes out. Then things come out. Taxes, health insurance, the retirement contribution you were told not to skip. Call it $5,600 that actually lands in your account. Rent is $1,950. Not a nice place, a fine place. The car is $770 a month, which is not a splurge. That's the national average right now, and it's a record high. Insurance and gas add $330. So rent plus the car is $3,050. More than half your take-home is a roof and a vehicle. Groceries, $550. Utilities, phone, internet, $280. Student loan, $290. Subscriptions and the things you forgot you're paying for, $190. And $420 for actually having a life. Dinner sometimes. A trip once a year that you plan for 4 months. Total it up. $4,780 out the door, which leaves you $820, $820 a month. That's the whole margin. That's the emergency fund, the down payment, the ring, the kid, the everything. So let's do the one you actually think about, the house. The median existing home in this country sold for $440,000 last month. That's an all-time high. And it's the 36th month in a row prices went up from the year before. 20% down on that is about $88,000. At $820 a month, saving every single dollar, touching none of it, that is just under 9 years. Go down to 10%, and you've got 4.5 years. Better. Still not close. And the price isn't waiting for you. It's been climbing for 36 straight months while you save. There's a worse version of this, and it isn't about the house. Give me a minute. So take the other job. Everyone says take the other job. Except the other job pays about the same because that's how the market works. Nobody is out there paying a premium to rescue you from your manager. And if you quit, you get nothing. No severance. Unemployment, if you even qualify, replaces a fraction of your income and is capped well under what you spend. Your health insurance is attached to the desk. Then there's the part nobody says out loud. At the new place, you're the newest person there. You have no history, no goodwill, and no one who will go to bat for you. If it goes badly in month 4, you have traded a job you dislike for no job at all. And the manager might be worse. You don't know. That's the whole problem. You know exactly how bad it is here. You have no idea how bad it is there. Staying is not weakness. Staying is a rational response to a real risk with no cushion behind it. If some part of you thinks this is a personal failure, sit with the numbers for a second. The Federal Reserve asks American households every year whether they could cover a surprise $400 expense with cash. 63% say yes, more than a third say no. $400 is half your monthly margin. One car repair, and you lost 2 weeks of progress toward a down payment 9 years away. 55% of adults have 3 months of expenses saved. For you, 3 months is over $14,000. And the average new car payment hitting a record, the median home price hitting a record for the 36th straight month. Those aren't your bad choices. Those are the conditions. You're not behind. You're on time. In a system where on time isn't enough anymore. Here's the worst version I promised, and it isn't financial. It's that you stop looking. Not dramatically. You just check the job boards less. Then you stop updating the resume. Then a recruiter messages you, and you read it, and don't reply, and don't think about it again. And the Monday feeling doesn't go away. It just stops being loud. It becomes background noise, like a fridge you've stopped hearing. That's what golden handcuffs actually are. Not gold, not really handcuffs. Just a life that costs exactly what you earn, attached to a job you're too exposed to leave. Most people don't escape this in a montage. Most people stay. They get good at the job they don't love. They save the $820 when they can. And some years, they don't save it at all. That's not a failure of character. That's just Tuesday. For a very large number of people. Nobody put you here. You made a series of completely reasonable decisions, and they added up to a door that only opens from the outside. And the worst part isn't that you can't leave. It's that from the outside, it looks like you won.